Robert, you mentioned briefly there, and I want to circle back to it. How's the whole tariff thing at the moment with e-commerce, especially? I mean, I know if I import steel into the US, I'm screwed. If I try and sell cars to the US, I'm screwed. But I mean, you know, it feels a little bit Wild Westy at the moment. Just because you never know what's going to happen one day to the next. But how's that affecting shipping? So maybe customers who are actually exporting to the US, and maybe not the US shipping to Europe. If I'm in Europe and shipping to the US, how's it all looking out there?
It is very volatile. I think Wild West is a comparison I've made a couple of times. I've heard it a few times. And then I think there's a good reason for it.
Yeah.
The tariffs are not. It's not just about tariffs, right? First of all, nobody likes volatility. Like, business doesn't like volatility. So having containers on the way or having shipments on the way that you already pre-planned and in a lot of cases pre-sold to be hit with tariffs, is quite a disaster, right? If you're a business. But there's a whole logistics challenge side of it, because what ends up happening with the current administration, they're moving very fast, and a lot of times seems making decisions on the go. Maybe based on negotiations they're having at the time with a particular country, or whatever the case may be. But it's moving very fast, and the world of logistics is system-wise, you can't move that fast, right? So I'll give you an example. When they announced a 25% tariff on steel, the new one, or I think aluminium for our Europeans.
For the Europeans,
right? Yeah. So when they announced that, it supposedly went into effect, and the way as a customs broker you handle that is there's you have your HS code or HTS code for the product that you type into your system, and it calculates the duty amount that you're supposed to pay. There's another one that you type in there specifically for aluminium that would add another tariff on top. Problem is customs, it takes a lot of software programming and a lot of system administration to actually make that work. And it took a good, I want to say 7 to 10 days for it to start working. Now, all of the shipments that were in transit and arrived and were pending clearance at the time couldn't be cleared. Now, 7 to 10 days, maybe not that big of a deal, but think of all the air freight shipments that are sitting at the airports. They cannot be cleared, cannot be picked up. You're talking about God knows how much money in storage charges and delays. Like 1,000 kilo shipment that arrived in the United States and sits at the airport past 24 hours can easily accrue like $600 a day in storage charges.
Right.
And then $6,000 if your freight sits there for 10 days, because like literally the code doesn't work because it hasn't been programmed yet. So there's a lot of this kind of things happening. They're happening all the time. We have a brand customer of ours that's their product seemingly fits into the aluminium tariff, but it's not actually on the list, so they don't know how to set the sell price. They don't know if this is a mistake, it's going to get added later, or can because you're talking about 25% on top of your landed cost, obviously makes a huge difference, right? So there's a lot of inconsistency. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of unknowns that people are battling